So the theme for today's presentation is going to be social design. As a designer, I've been borrowing heavily from the society, and at a certain point of time in my life, I felt that whatever is being borrowed must be returned, because a designer owes a great deal to the society, to the people, to the culture one borrows from. So, what does graphic design or visual communication do? It communicates, it connects people. It's a way of telling people who I am, what I do, and what this could do for ourselves. As a graduate, I have a varied background. I studied economics in my graduation. Along with that, I had information technology. And I also happened to pick up English literature to make the combination a little useful. So I started freelancing because there was something else I wanted to find out. I was doing identities, I was doing branding, I was doing logos. This was for a restaurant called Woods. The theme was nature combined with food. This was for a health system. This was something for my city, for my town. What you see there is the lake mirrored. This is the heart of the city, this is the heart of Nainital, where I come from. This is a hotel in Nainital where people stay for the night and enjoy the view. And then I graduated or went to NID for my post-graduation. And there, the beautiful thing about this institute was that it not only allowed me to get my hands on graphic design, but also to experience design in different mediums. This is something I did there. This is typography in 3 dimensions. This is a trophy made out of type which is coming out of a RPD machine. And it was beautiful to hold it in my hands. Now what started as the journey became a passion. Brain Churning was an album which was uploaded on Facebook. The aim being to make one poster every day. Today Brain Churning is about to become a brand. It's read in 75 countries and by people who speak 41 languages and 54.11 new visits every day, and this is just because of a blog. This is how it started. I started simplifying what I saw, what I observed, what I wanted to communicate. And I spoke on things like environment, on general reflections, on maybe life, on what one should do or one shouldn't, what happiness is. Then slowly something started happening. People started noticing this work. This was published in a book endorsed by Aikugada, which was picked up from that album. I started commenting and communicating what social science meant. This was picked up by the New York Times, who featured this in an article where the tribute to the city was given. There was a rebranding which Starbucks did and I responded. I felt as a designer one has to reflect upon what's happening in the world. And sometimes you also express yourself, what you feel, and sometimes strange symbols are accepted more than usual ones. After a while I felt that this is a selfish pursuit because I'm working, I'm experimenting and exploring things. So soon the thought of starting a community came into mind. What is graphic design started with just a few members of NID, and slowly more people joined the group. Amazing thing is that today at least one person from somewhere in the world posts something, shares something, what one is reading, what is doing, and it's a great inspiration. I think the easiest way to find inspiration is to surround yourself with people who can inspire you. And after interacting with people in groups, my work changed. I started commenting on what was happening in the world. This was during the time, I'm really sorry you can't see that clearly, but it says Cairo and O has a peace symbol in it. This was when protests were happening in the streets of Egypt. Amazing thing was that people picked this up and shared it. This was the day Egypt found democracy. That was 13th of February 2011. This is the eye of the Horus and it has a tear. It's a symbol which symbolizes victory for the people. This was for Iran. Even today, a lot of people have to take refuge from the country and find a place in US or Canada because their country won't let them stay. This was for them. This was a tribute to Gaddafi. It says, or it shows the number of ways in which you can pronounce the word, and the copy translates to that no matter how you pronounce it, it always translates to irritating asshole. This was enjoyed by people. After the group was formed, our next thought was how to take this forward. So we thought of organizing. The subtitles are interesting in this one.
Der Feind operiert jetzt am nördlichen Stadtrand zwischen Frohnau und Pankow und im Osten ist der Feind bis zur Linie Lichtenberg, Marsdorf, Karlshaus gelangt.
Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles in Ordnung kommen.
The Spirit of FIFA was an online poster exhibition which invited people to participate. The idea was that designers and non-designers should come together. Non-designers should have a hands-on experience of what design is all about. And the reason was that we wanted people to experience design in its totality. People complain that the market is not good for design, that people don't understand designers and design. So it's our responsibility to educate people on what design is, and the best way to do it is to ask an MBA to make a poster. And trust me, when an MBA or a lawyer makes a poster, one gets a fair idea of the amount of work that goes into it, especially after the poster is rejected. So we got very good entries, and some entries weren't that good. This was a teaser because we had no funding, we had no money. The only way we could reach out to the people was to go viral. So we created this video, and we also promoted our blog in there. I can't show you the entire video because we have little time, but I'll definitely show you the posters that we received. There's a lot of amazing work there, but we only have time for that much. Soon this exhibition was picked up by TED. They noticed and they asked us to showcase the work. And people were happy because there was no incentive, there was no prize, there was no money we were giving them out. But to have your work displayed to one of the best audience available is something which people appreciate. This is Neha, who is a Bharatanatyam dancer, and she is enjoying some of the work which was sent from across the globe. Around 1,000 people participated from 40 countries, and we could manage this without a funding, only by using the power of what we call social design. Hello was formed after this, Spirit of FIFA. We formed a non-profit organization, and now we've collaborated with UCED, which is a university in Peru, and we are having a poster design exhibition where 100 posters from India are going to be exhibited, along with 100 posters from designers who are outside India. So it's a very good comparison. And they'll be showcased beside posters from Italy, from China, from a few more countries. I think that's the best way to promote design. Abhay, who is sitting here, made this logo for Design Democracy. And this is a community which was initiated with the intent to promote democratic design. Now people respond, they make posters. Nitish Mohanty sent this. This came out. We responded. And this was taken back. This was taken back by the India Design Council, and they are going to have a re-competition. So I think democratic design, if you believe in it, it finds its way out. Right now I'm working on this. It's called Posters for Japan. We are organizing a posters design exhibition. These are some of the posters I've made for it. These are some of the posters I've got for it. The idea is that we are collaborating with the Red Cross, which is active in Japan. All the money that is going to be raised is going to be sent there. You can't really think about helping people when you're 40. You could be dead tomorrow. So if you need to help someone, it is now or never. So what is social design? Is it about tweeting before a presentation? Or is it about being on Facebook? I think it's all of that. But the important aspect is that real people are on these networks. Facebook is not about some bots that are online, but it's about real people that are there, and they'll listen to you. The only thing is that your intent, your heart has to be good. Somehow people can relate to it. If you think from your mind and you think about your interest, I don't think people come up. But if you are really passionate, and if you take a look at this, beautiful. Italian designer, he says people ignore design that ignores people. Form follows function. The only thing I would like to add is that form follows function, follows people. If you ignore people, you'll ignore your work. Courage is important in this world. As a designer, saying no to a client, saying yes to a client that won't pay you. So I'll leave you with this thought. That's all the time I've got for today. Thank you so much.